Alright, so we gotta put a little bit of a gate up on this back shed just to temporarily contain the boar. So I had this old racking in the shed, and I took a bunch of bars out, kind of cut them to length and made a quick panel. I'll just put this panel. I have the other panel that was down on the original pig pen, so I'll just kind of use that other one and then fold this up to the other one. It's only 3 feet high, so you should be able to just feed right over it if a guy needed, and then that way you can open these panels up and scrape all the crap out of the pig pen and whatever after I'm done with it. I mean, I'm not making nothing that looks too fancy or permanent because it's not a permanent dwelling. So yeah, we'll just throw some mesh up on this. I'll weld up some mesh all the way around. Either that or I'll wire it to it through those holes or whatever, but we'll get some mesh up on that and then we'll get it out to the pen so we can get that boar over there and he can exit the building that the sow is in, because when she has babies you don't want that boar in there. So yeah, that's what we're up to today, and doing a little bit of work on a car over here. I had a friend drop it off yesterday. We had to put brakes all around, new shocks in it, turbo inlet pipe. We did some we had to put a hydro outlet pipe in it, and we put in a new valve covers and spark plugs and just a bunch of other little odds and ends we had to do to it. So it's running, it's ready to go out of the garage today. It was burning such bad oil out of the valve covers that I'm surprised this thing didn't light on fire. The whole cockpit was full of smoke when Buddy pulled up. So we got that in and out yesterday. My friend Matthew came over and he gave me a hand with it. So I had put a piece of cardboard under it last night just to make sure we don't have any leaks anymore, because it was leaking from every orifice. So we fixed all that up, and I don't know, we'll see when I pull that the cardboard out what happens. But we're gonna take it to the car wash here whenever he gets here and wash it all up. I put some new tires and stuff on it too for the guy. Yeah, that's what we did yesterday. Anyways, I'll let you guys get back to what you're doing, and I'll give you a little rundown of the new piggy gate when I get her done. And there we have it. Not the prettiest temporary pig gate, but I wasn't gonna make this thing permanent anyways, so I just figured I'd use my old gate panel that I had down at the bottom barn, and then I built this kind of frame here. Just kind of swings open, then I can walk in, do my due diligence in the old pig pen here, and old Bartholomew, or as Christina calls him, Brutus. This is going to be his new home for, I'd probably say, a good month, while I'm taking that old monstrosity of a pig pen apart down there, and I'm going to just use electric wire and whatnot for now on and make it a little bit bigger, and it's not going to be so ugly looking. And I got the electric fencer and everything, but this is pretty simple. I just used some old racking bars or whatever, and cut them to length. I zip strapped these on. The only reason I did that is because, well, I did it on this and they hadn't seemed to penetrate it at all, so I strapped it a lot on this because welding these little things were not working so well, and takes twice as long. However, what I did do is I folded, when I got to the bottom here, I carried the wire down this way and I beat it to a right angle, and then I pinched this piece of unistrut onto the wire, welded the unistrut down, and then I folded the wire back up. So it's actually it's pinched in there and welded and then folded up, and then I just zipped it. So like there's no way he's gonna ever rip this bottom piece out. If anything, and this part of it's not even exposed to the pigs, but you know what, I just made it kind of half-assed and fast with what I had around the farm here, and it works. I grabbed some old garage hinges. It's funny, I screwed this thing to this piece of wood, and then I just stuck some old garage door hinges on the back of it, and yeah, it works just fine. Enough for me to get into the back or whatever. I mean, I could if I wanted to. If you see down in here, there was a little piece here that was, when I opened it, it was hitting this. So I just took a sawzall and cut it and bent it down a little bit so it gives me a little bit more swing. Or else I could just take it off and cut it off completely, but like I said, this is just completely temporary. So as long as I can get myself and my bucket in there, and then come time to move the bore, you know, you swing that open, you swing this gate, you can pick this gate up and pull it in like so. And then we kind of close this. We can just put my little chute thing here and make a runway for him to come into my moving crate. So that'll work. Anyways, took me all about 45 minutes to get that thing installed on the side, and after he's done here, we'll be using it as back to a storage shed, or who knows what else I come up with while I'm relishing in my thoughts. However, I was going to make a permanent 3-foot wall a couple feet inside here with a nice wood floor, but then I thought, you know what, then how do I clean that thing out after? It's nice to have this open. Then I can bring new dirt in, I can scrape stuff out with the Bobcat. It's just better to have it open accessed. And in the end, this big building is going to get removed and moved or removed, because it's just absolutely the silliest spot to have this building. It's got no eaves trough on it. Water just shoots down against my garage, comes here, leaks down. It's just silly. I don't know why this feller put this shop here so silly, but he did, so I got to deal with it. Anyways, I'm just gonna put a chain, I think. Let's get a chain, bolt one into here, and just wrap the chain around this centerpiece back to itself, or I'll do something to kind of hold this to this piece. I wish it had a bar here, because it does have a chain on the gates. I could come around something and hook on, but it's not going to be a big deal. The bore by him, it's more or less that sow is the one pushing and scraping on things, but the bore, he's pretty all right. So anyways, that's that. I mean, shit, I'm sure. No, that's not gonna work, but like I said, I'll get a chain it up down here. That way, if he pushes on this fence piece, which is 300-pound frickin' fence over this one, I don't think he's gonna be pushing it, but at least it holds this. I mean, other than that, it's looking good.